And good evening. As we watch the events that have been unfolding this afternoon on 65th Avenue, as you can see here in this picture that we've got pulled up, this is where police were called to the scene this afternoon. What all began with this? Now, this went on starting in Meehan. We now have someone who has taken their own life, as we reported early on that this could possibly be a standoff. As police would arrive, this person would take their life. As we back this up and talk about what has happened this afternoon, it was reported that suspicious activity was going on in the Meehan area. Now, again, this is early on in this investigation as to what's going on, but we do know that there was some type of suspicious activity in the Meehan area. A vehicle was followed to Meridian. The Meridian Police Department intercepted and blue lighted the person. He was pulled over in a black Nissan truck. As the officer, hang on just a second.
Over on the other side? Or is he laying down?
Right here.
Oh, right there. It's a female.
Okay, sorry for the delay there. I just got off the phone with Chief Deputy Sheriff Ward Calhoun. I'm still having trouble remembering how to say that. It's just had him there for so many years. Sheriff Ward Calhoun, as he updates us. And basically the story that we have is what we're following with. Let's start from the beginning of what has gone on in the Meridian area. As in Meehan this afternoon, suspicious activity would be noticed. The person that noticed this would follow a vehicle. It looked as though someone was being assaulted in the Meehan area. We'll say in a rural area, pulled off to the side of the road. They noticed someone being assaulted. They called police, followed safely behind it, didn't get too close. As the vehicle left the Meehan area, it would travel on Highway 80. It would then get on I-20 and travel east into Meridian. This truck would take an exit off at the airport exit, come to a stop there. A Meridian police officer happened to hear the call and was coming up to the red light, followed the person. They took a left and went toward the Queen City truck stop. If you've got all this in your head, they exit off at exit 150, turn left, and go toward the Queen City truck stop. The Meridian police officer would blue light the person. They would turn right on 65th Avenue, like you're going toward Randy's One Stop. As the Meridian police officer closed the gap, they would stop in front of Maples Gas. The refinery there is where they would stop. The Meridian police officer gets out of his vehicle, gives the command for the person to put their hands out the window of the car. It matched the description totally of what was going on. The person did not comply to the officer's request. This went on for a few minutes. The officer made his way up and would find the person deceased behind the steering wheel from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. As the officer then turned, they noticed something else in the bed of the truck, that of a female body. This looks at all points at this point in time of being a murder-suicide. This all started in Meehan where the person was assaulted. Most likely, it sounds like they lost their life there and they were put in the pickup truck and he was transporting them. Now, the police have a tag number. It does not match. They have no idea who this is at this point. This is early on in the investigation and they do not know who is deceased, the driver or the passenger. I say passenger, the person in the bed of the pickup truck. Neither one have ID on them from what I'm understanding at this moment, so it sounds as if the police will have to do an investigation to determine who this is by fingerprinting and whatnot. I do know that the coroner has arrived on scene. As I've gotten so many of your calls this afternoon going, what is going on 65th? It looks like every police department person that we have is there. It's a lot there on the scene there. The road is still blocked. This is a crime scene. It's blocked off. This is if you were coming from behind Sonny Montgomery base there at 65th Avenue there at the stop sign by Queen City north toward Randy's One Stop. It's going to be blocked there at that stop sign at the railroad track and then blocked at Randy's One Stop to where you can't go in that direction. So if that's the way you normally go home, please pick an alternative route. We do not have a description of anyone. I noticed somebody asked me that. It will probably, they're going to do some investigating first to see if they can determine before they start giving a description and asking the public's help on that. As Heather says, this is absolutely horrible. Did I expect this day to end this way? I sure didn't. Someone has lost their life. It is awful at this point that this has gone on. I do appreciate, and that I want to say a thank you to Sheriff Ward Calhoun. I had to think a second there for being so transparent with us of how this is developing and getting the information to the public. I want to say a big thank you on that. The Sheriff's Department does that each and every time that something happens. It is good for the public to know what is going on in our community. That's what we have. 2 deceased bodies on 65th Avenue at this point. Again, this would be at 65th Avenue, the 100 block is where this is, near Maples Gas, where the refinery is. Right in front of that is where the vehicle was pulled over and this person took his own life. The driver was a he, from what I'm understanding. The body in the back is a female. Started in Meehan and ended in tragedy for all parties involved. As soon as we get more information, and it will most likely be tomorrow before we get more information, it's going to take some time for them to determine who this is. As soon as we get that information, we will update and pass this along to you. And again, I'm sorry for the pause there when we first started this, but we wanted to make sure we had the absolute latest information that was going on with the case. Prayers needed for our little community there. 2 deaths. This would have happened in Lauderdale County, ended in the city. That's where it all started and ended in the city this afternoon. For those of you just joining, I got a note that said there's a lot of you that tuned in late. I'll do a quick recap so that everybody will know what happened, where we are on this. Let me pull this back up and go over here to and show you the scene. First off, of where it all started and where we are, of what the scene looks like at this point. Let me go down here. This is it here, and let me show you. This is 65th. This is where it is, just past the railroad tracks right here. As you'll see, that's most likely a vehicle up in there that was pulled over of a suspect of a possible murder. This would all happen beginning in Meehan when someone noticed something suspicious, someone being assaulted. They called police, followed safely behind them, and Meridian gave the police exactly where this person was, the tag number, where the vehicle was. A Meridian Police Department officer intervened, followed them, blue lighted them. The car stopped in front of Maples gas station on 65th Refinery there. As before the police officer made it to the vehicle, this person would take his own life. As the police officer got to that and discovered it, he would then discover a body in the bed of the pickup truck. So we have 2 bodies now. It looks as though early on, as we make these guesses, that it would be a murder-suicide is what we have. The plates do not match. There is no ID at this point. For those of you wanting to know who could it be, what it is, they have no idea. They will determine this by fingerprinting and other forensic ways that police do that. And they may be able to find something in the vehicle later that matches. But it was no quick, I know who this is. As we get more information on this, we will pass that along. We certainly appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated with the very latest that happens in our communities here at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank y'all so much for dropping by.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.
The very latest that happens in our communities here